On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Field Street and are ready for kickoff. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Memphis offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On second down, wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Touch pass on the run. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quick strike complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Memphis! And they score first.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Fresno State right back to the line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. To the air. It's Keene. Works the middle. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The handoff to Johnson. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest. Picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This is where you make the money on the drive. The ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Henry. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Finds a man on the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Bulldozes his way through. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Give to the running back. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Touchdown, Memphis! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a gap. It's Arsenault. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Off the boot, looking for his man. Keeps the play going. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket, even when things are...
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Fresno State. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He's back to throw on second down. Got the back over the middle. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Back to the ground with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Runs through a tackle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. New set of downs after that completion. They'll immediately call timeout. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air, it's Keene. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just
fires the pass, intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They're setting up the screen. Plows through the defense. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Keene. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Bulldog. What a catch and run for 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to fire deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis.
The Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Using the spin move. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Fights off a defender. Off to the races to the right. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job.
Oh, they block it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they... a 64-yard scoring toss. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is the...
And the quarterback will be slugged down back at the 43. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Dropping back, it's Keene. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Fresno State will have to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah.
Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A third and long coming up here. Back to pass. It's Keene. Feeling some heat. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Excellent field position here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's James. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. It'll be a draw. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the punishment has been extended.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce. And they'll take over at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
Point at not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Tosses to the quarterback. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And that is a heck of a play by that defender knocking that ball away, David. It looked like that had explosive play at minimum, touchdown written all over it. He was able to show the catch-up speed and knock it down.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, when you're beat, you just got to put your head down, chase as hard as you can. Don't look up for the football. Nice job playing the football in the air. Listen, it was a slow developing play, a big-time chance to create some momentum with the trick play, but the defense played it beautiful.
The Tigers are rolling down the field. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Henry. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Slater. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Looking deep. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Wood. Pocket starts to collapse. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
With the catch, it's Henry. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
It's complete.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to throw, it's Slater. Finds the tight end. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the return, it's Hawkins. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Looking to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Slater. He caught it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Memphis picking up the tempo. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game